Welcome, everyone. Just keep signing. Just keep chatting over there. Tell us where you're from. And I'm sure we're going to cover the United States this evening. I'll be right back with you. One minute countdown. Waiting for a few more people to join. We'll get this thing started. We got people from all over the United States. So I'll be right back. If you guys can hear me and see me, let me know in the chat room. We are about to get started. Yep. Here we go. Yep, sound and video. Sweet. Okay. Hey, I want everybody to know I am Forrest Garvin. I'm the founder of Preparedness. Preparedness is bringing you this free class. If this is the first class you've been to, there have been 4 other classes previous to this, and you can find them on our YouTube channel free of charge, or you can send us $300. Either way, that's fine. I did write a book. It's called Case for Christian Preparedness. I got a special announcement, and not this coming Sunday, but the next Sunday, one of my best friends is going to be on, and we're going to talk about Christian preparedness and things going on. It's going to be an hour of hope. I just made that up. This Sunday night, we also got another one, special guest coming on. So that's my book. It's on Amazon, Audible, Kindle. It's a tiny book. It's like 70 pages, quick read. It's just a case why Christians should be prepared. I'm also the CEO of Sun Ovens International. Sun Ovens International, we make this device. You see it there on the screen. You put food in that. See the little black pots with the lids? And you can do bread. See the bread pans. And we got the dehydrating racks, or the ones that are stacked up on top of each other. So you can put this in the sun and literally cook your food just like you would in your house. It heats up depending on where you are on the equator. If the further north you go, it doesn't get as hot. If you're in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, it can get up to 400 degrees. North Carolina is about 390. And as it goes up, but food cooks at like 180. So you're fine. It just may take 4, 5, 6 minutes longer. It just like your oven. So anything you can cook in your oven, you can cook here. It browns bread. Oh, the bread is unbelievable in there. And we save lives in every universe with this. It stops deforestation. Still, a third of the world uses charcoal and wood for cooking. This can save not only the earth but the entire universe. So everyone needs one. And if you don't, you may end up dying. I'm just saying, one day you may. So anyway, that's enough of that. You need to have one. And it's good food. And I am the CEO. You can leave that part out, though. Preppernet, we're a group of like-minded individuals that come together. We like to meet in cities so you can get to know your brothers and sisters in your city and, build friendships and network. With the coronavirus, it's kind of tough to do that. So a lot of our groups are doing them online, and we're doing this class for you. But we do have a premium membership. It's $40 a year. Ooh, that's less than Amazon, by the way, if you get the Prime. Just think a lot of things that are more than $40 a year. Your gym membership, your insurance, your newspaper. I mean, there's a lot of things more than 40. So we're just 40. It's like a couple sodas. This class is usually just for my premium members, but because of everything that's going on, I thought I'd open it up to everyone. So we have all this stuff. You get 5 books for free. I mean, Franklin Horton, mine, Arthur Bradley, which is the genius in EMPs, Glenn Tate, Robert Berdiansky. I mean, that value there at least is like $9,000. And you need to take advantage of this. We have a discount program where you can, buy a few kind of things, especially Legacy. I have the biggest discount in Legacy there, out there that could save you upwards of $100,000, $200,000. So there we go. Hey, if you like this and you're learning, at least join and support us. Go to preppernet.com. It's $40 a year. Couple sodas. Next, okay, we're doing a thing called Preppernet Live on Sunday nights. And if you remember, we did one a couple weeks ago called Internet Privacy and Security Working from Home. A lot of you guys are working from home. I go through on what you need to do, how to keep secure, how to keep your boss from spying on you, and a few other things. That's a good webinar. Of course, it was good. Then we did one on survival groups, and it was amazing, and it was okay. It was mediocre, but we talked about how to form a survival group, and how to get yourself prepared to be in a survival group. Well, drum roll, please. This weekend we have a master gardener. Her name is Prepper Dana. She's a master. Gosh, I'm an instructor in a lot of things, but I'm not a master. I need to become a master in something. Yeah. So Prepper Dana is a master gardener. She is actually our Houston city leader, and she's good timing. Wow. How to start a garden. Is it too late? I don't know. Maybe on a few things, but not really. But from nothing, Like you just literally just do magical fingers and you're no, it's not like that. But she's going to be on. She's got a little presentation she's going to go through on how to start a garden from nothing. And then we're going to take questions from everyone. So that is Sunday night at 8 on this same channel. And you can learn something. Everybody needs to grow a garden. Don't go there. I don't have any sun and light in my okay, next. Okay, I've been doing some funny videos. I've heard people say they're funny, but I usually do them just for me to see if they're funny. This is a video that I've seen. It's been out for years. And I just, okay, it is funny. And it is funny. Maybe you guys didn't know that cats just have this thing with cucumbers. And they're like terrified of them. And so here's a quick video. We're only going to watch like a little bit of it, but I think it's hilarious. And if you're a cat lover, you probably think it's hilarious too. So we're going to just watch a little bit of this video. Hey, there's a cucumber down there. Yeah, right there. Whoa. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh. I know you guys have to be laughing at this. This was a little psycho. He's just kind of staring. Come on, turn around. Turn around. I don't know if you guys knew how much cats. Okay, last one. We'll end this. That's how they get there. Oh, wait, this could be good. Okay, that's good. Did y'all know in the chat room that cats are just terrified of cucumber? I don't know. I agree. I just think it's hilarious. I've laughed at them videos for a while. So anyway, that's a funny video tonight. Okay, let's get started a little bit on the class here. Let me get my notes here. Okay, this is class 5 of 7. The 7th one is just questions and answers. Well, you're going to ask the questions. We may have the answers. So we'll just say it's questions. So we've already done in the book that I wrote. Again, I break down how, a prepper's journey, like from start to a year. And I break it down in months in the books. I'm breaking it down in the book. I did it in 2 months. Here we're doing it quicker. We're doing like a week. We're covering like each of these. So first week we did month 1 and 2. I don't expect you to go out and buy all this stuff and do all this stuff in 1 week. And that's why there are some handouts that you can download that you can have this forever. But if I ever do publish my book, you need to buy it too, because there's going to be really good stuff in that. But so we've done 1 through 4. So we're technically on month 5, which covers 8 and 10. That seems to be off there. Does anybody see that? 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be 9. Yeah, that's a problem. So that will be corrected on the next time. But it's 9 and 10, month 9 and 10. This is week 5. There's one more week to go. That covers the year. Then we'll do the questions at the end. So hope everybody's still in there. Yeah. Here we go. So last week, we had several things to purchase, and it was last week was one of the biggest dollar amounts that we spent. And I tell you guys to buy this stuff and to get this stuff because, again, I've been prepping for 20 years, and the team that I got around and we got together, we literally laid everything on the table and then put when is the best time to buy it in your prepping journey. Because right now, some of you guys have read some of these books and it's kind of scared the poop out of you. And you're like, oh, I need a gun. I need a gun. But some of the things was like a Ruger 22 takedown. Oh, one of my favorite guns. It's a light gun. It can go in the backpack. It literally comes apart. Ammo, some freeze-dried food. Now my freeze-dried food is still on Preppernet, but you have to be at least a basic member. Now, I had it open for everyone, but it's under the basic member, I'm pretty sure. And I've had numerous people order it. There is a backlog of like 45 days, I think. So if you order it, it's going to be 45 days before they ship it. But you get in line. They don't see in the next 12 months where it's going to kind of fall off. They just don't. They're predicting it's going to be steady growth. And same way at Sun Oven, we've had a crazy first quarter, and we do not see where, because all the new people coming into this and preparing, we don't see that our sales are going to slow any. That's a good thing. But so if you're thinking about it, I would not wait. You can look at last week's video, and when I was talking about freeze-dried food to get a little more information, maps, trauma kit, some salt and sugar. We already had beans and rice and an AR-15. Who bought an AR-15? AR-15 with some ammo. That was last week. Some of the things that you needed. Some of the training was start a fire in the rain. It rained today. You should go here, at least here in North Carolina. Start a fire. It is a different. I mean, it's not just with the big lighter. It is you have to have an objective to start that fire, and you have to have planning to get it going. And there's different ways to do it. If you just throw gasoline, that's not how you do it. Come on. Prepping your bob. Your bob is your bug out bag. That's always going on. And I have the bug out list that you guys can download. The Belfing radio setup, that could have been difficult if you're, but a lot of the Preppernet city leaders, and we actually, if you're having trouble with that, you can post it on Preppernet and people will be there to help you. NRA rifle class. Again, I don't expect you, but that's a good class. Matter of fact, Dave Wolf is teaching classes like every single day. Basic survival class as well. They're taught all around. If you have questions about that particular survival instructor, let me know, and I may be able to help you because there's some good ones and some bad ones. I don't know every survival instructor out there by any means, but I know a good deal of them out there. So that was some of the training. Last week, mindset, read Patriots, surviving the upcoming collapse. Watch a few episodes of Doomsday Preppers. I don't know if that was just for pure entertainment or just to get you to laugh, or some of you might have watched that and said, listen, I don't want to be like that. I'm not going to be a prepper or a preparedness person, because they will drive you nuts, and they are nuts on it. They're crazy. But every now and then you can pick up something. Then you could see how not to act as well. Meet up so at prepper camp, that's coming up. That's about the only big that is still on. I talked to Rick. We're going to still do that in September 24th, 25th, 26th, something like that. His tickets are discounted big time right now if you're interested. I said listen to Privacy, Security, and ONSET. OSET. That stands for. But anyway, the reason I want you to watch that because we need to take our privacy and our freedoms back, at least right now, online or with your electronic devices. You can do that. These companies are spying on you. The government's spying. Everyone's spying on you. Your sister's spying on you. My sister's in the class tonight. She's spying on you. So everyone's spying on you. So you've got to learn how to protect your information. And that's even just buying things. I teach you in one of the classes I teach you, and this guy is who I learned it from. And I teach you on one of my classes how to buy stuff completely anonymous and ship it to an anonymous address. It is possible. How to create a burner phone. I mean, we got to start doing this because they're not going to give us our privacies and freedoms back online. You've got to take it. And then, Tessa's book, it's a step-by-step. It's almost like this, but different. So that was last week's. And then groups was to watch my survival groups I did on Sunday night, which was absolutely awesome. Kind of. Almost. But that was on, and it's still up on the up there as well. So let's get started here. Again, I break my book down into 4 categories: purchases, things you need to buy. You're a prepper, things that you need as a prepper or preparing your family to protect your family. Training, you got to have some knowledge up here. The more training you have, the less tools you need. Mindset is very important, and some of you guys maybe never heard of it, but mindset. I know some of you guys, you've never experienced a traumatic event where someone gets shot within feet from you, or you see a gang come down your street. I mean, you've got to have the right mindset. You've got to put yourself in positions. In these books, sometimes in these shows, do that so you can go, gosh, I would have never thought about doing that. And so your mindset, you've got to get kind of, I won't say numb, you got to know how to react. And and a lot of that is your life can depend on seconds on how you react. And then group. Preparedness is all about groups. So we're going to talk a little bit about groups as well. So let's keep going. So the first thing we're going to do is for this month, let me see, make sure everybody is cool in the chat room. Everybody seems to be chatting away. I've got my moderators there. Yep. So, again, this is months. I know we're doing it in the weeks, but the first thing you need is, and every one of you guys are going to agree, some of you guys aren't going to know what this is. It's called heirloom seeds. So when you go down to your local Home Depot or hardware store, you're going to buy seeds to plant your garden. Well, these seeds that you buy are modified, and they're modified so they won't reproduce over and over again. So when you have a plant and the plant grows, the seeds on that are actually engineered so you can't harvest them and plant them next year. And you're like, what? I am not lying. People in the chat room will confirm it. And they're not the original seeds that we used to use 50 years ago. They're just not. They don't produce as much. They've been modified. That's why, is it Monsanto or someone? They control every year what's going to be planted in America. Same with farmers. They get an allotment of seeds, and it is highly regulated. You don't think so because there's thousands of packs there. Well, they can put thousands of packs there because they know that none of them are going to really produce next year. So, but heirloom seeds are the original seeds from a long time ago that will reproduce. You can harvest the seeds. You can save them for next planting season. Yeah. So they're hard to get right now. One is because it's planting time. It's kind of going down now, but it's planting time. And two, the pandemic, people are buying some. So I bought some 2 packs. I got them in the download, by the way, the exact kind I bought. And I think it's going on week 3 now, and they're supposed to be here next week. Why did I buy them? Because I looked at mine, and mine are about 4 years old, and I thought, because seeds do go bad. Or some of them do, or they lose the percentage that they would actually make good plants. But anyway, you need to buy them. They're kind of cheap. I think I bought 2 bags for, I don't even know what it is. It's in the download. So you need them. And let me see what everybody's saying in the chat room. I'm crazy. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's keep going. Next is bulk water filters. Now there's many types of bulk water filters. There's the one that most people like are the Berkeys that they put on their counter. You can take pool water, you can take river water, just put it in there. It drains down and pure water coming out the bottom. Berkeys are good because they do get the fluorine. The fluorine. Is it fluorine? Fluoride. Jeez. Yeah. The fluoride, it filters that out. It can filter out just about anything. They're great systems. They're pretty expensive. They take up some counter space, but they're great. People actually integrate these in everyday life. And they have some that are like blue. You can see the water. The other ones are stainless steel, really nice. But in the handout, I put not only the Berkey, I put a Sawyer one, because Sawyer does right there. They are a sponsor. It's product placement. They pay me nothing. They give me stuff, but they don't pay me anything. So but Sawyer has one that you connect to a 5-gallon bucket, and you can just squirt it, and the water comes out. And so it depends on, you're not really going to do that in your kitchen, but in a pandemic, if you run out of clean water, they're great. So I put some different options in there. So that's what you got to have, clean water. No, yeah. Okay, next is a Gold Zero Guide 10 solar charger. So I like Gold Zero. Gold Zero costs more than any other ones. Plain and simple. They're expensive. I mean, they're 95% of all solar panels, small ones, and battery chargers on Amazon are cheaper than this. But the Gold Zero works, and it always works. And I think for quality, it's one of the better ones. You could almost buy 2 smaller ones or 2 cheap ones to equal one of these, but they work. You have to have something to recharge the batteries we purchased. I think it was last week, the Interlope batteries. And I'm not sure, there's more batteries you gotta purchase, but this charges them. Uses the sun. Has a little charger in there. You can run your phone. I mean, even if an EMP happens, guys, again, we did the Faraday cage as well. You can protect some of your electronics. You still got to have power. So this is always good. Even if you go camping or hiking, you can throw it on your backpack and walk. It charges your batteries, can charge your phone. Everyone should have one of them in every car in the world, so you can charge your phone. I guess you have your car. Everyone that's walking more than 100 miles should have one of them. Yeah. Okay. You need to have one of them. They're good to have. I have a small one. Like when I say small, it's about this big. It is the Gold Zero. And it goes in my bug out bag. And then I have larger ones that wouldn't fit in my bug out bag. So, okay. Now this is a military poncho, Army raincoat. And I know that's kind of redundant, but you're not going to buy these online. No. I have one place that you need to call. And I called that joker and he didn't call me back today and I'm ticked. But they're closed. So so I have a friend, his name is Tim. He owns a company called Old Groucho, military surplus. I have the phone number and the name in the handout. He took a military poncho, the actual military poncho. He made it a little better with some adjustments. And it's the best poncho on this earth. And that is the one you need to buy. I know he's probably closed right now, but he said if you leave a message, he'll call you back, but he didn't call me back. So I'm going to get him. But Old Groucho, that is the best poncho. You need a good military poncho. It's waterproof. You can make tent out of it. It's everything you want in a poncho. Again, he took the military and he was like, man, that's good. But what if you did this, this, and this, and this? It'd be better. And he did that. And it's the same material. I mean, so call Tim up, tell him I said hello, and he didn't call me, and I'm ticked. But he has them. He made them. He sells a ton of these things, but a military poncho. If you can't and you don't want to go that route, sure, buy one of the military ponchos. But what the problem is, you're going to buy them. They're not going to be really a military issue one, and they're not as good. So you got to know what you're doing and call Tim. And he doesn't know I'm even telling you at this point because apparently he would have called me back, I think. But he didn't even know I'm sending you there. But they are the best. And don't forget, you need one for everyone in your family. Tell him I said give you a discount. So, military ponchos. He's always at Preppernet as well. Or not Preppernet, Prepper Camp. Okay, next. Oh, my word. Really? Who put this in there? That would be me. You need a way. So we bought a rocket stove, if you remember. I think that was in class 1. No, class 2 was a rocket stove. So you can cook food out in the woods or place. And what do you use in a rocket stove? You use wood. You don't. And where do you get wood? Anywhere you go. And so, but now you need a sun oven. A sun oven, you need the sun, but that's all you need. You carry it with you. You put your food in there. You turn it towards the sun, and you go do other things. You come back, you open it up, you eat. Everyone's happy. And so a sun oven is actually, I promise you, in my book, it was in my book before we ever bought sun oven. It was there. And so you need to buy a sun oven. So here's the deal. I'll give you a discount if you call. Her name's Jessica. Call her 800 number. Her name's Jessica, and you tell her that I said that give you a discount. And I'd like to see what she says for one, but because she has no idea I'm doing this, but I guarantee you she'll give you a discount. I'm not going to tell her though. That's going to be fun. So they are kind of expensive, but you know what? Today I was on a solar cooking site, and this guy bought one of these at a yard sale. Someone must have died, or you wouldn't ever sell one of these. So he must have died. And anyway, estate sale. And they had one there that we built in like 1996. And they asked just anyone, hey, does anybody know how old this is? And I did some research by calling the peeps, and they told me it's about 96, 97 because of the handle. And I'm like, okay. And I responded 1996, 97. And the thing still works. We've had ovens that have been in the market for 30 years and they still work. Nothing breaks unless you break them. Anyway, buy a sun oven. You can cook, you can dehydrate, you can pasteurize water. We have a thing. Oh, I don't have one. It's called a Whoppy. You put it in water. When the Whoppy, it tells you when it floats, whatever, it tells you the water is clean and safe to eat. You can take your N95 mask, throw it in there. The heat kills all the germs. I mean, you can put little small animals in there that you're going to eat. It cooks chickens and turkeys and everything. And it's got double pans. So you can put like your pot roast with potatoes and carrots, and then on top you can cook bread all at the same time. It browns the bread. It's beautiful. If you need, every American needs one, maybe two. One is none and none is, and two is one. So every American needs two of these. I'll keep going. It's called Jessica. Okay. Okay. Purification tablets. There are some purification tablets that are absolutely disgusting. Then there's some that are amazing. And I even put a video in the handout that you can click on and go to. They have some purification tablets. You can take pond water, just nasty, can't see through it. You put these things in there, you shake it. It literally separates the dirt from the clean water. And you can see it. It's a line. It goes like this. Actually, there's the richest man, once richest man in the world is actually in that video because he was amazed by it. And it's Bill Gates. I'm not a big fan, but the dirt literally goes, in time, it just goes to the bottom like in a straight line and it separates it. And then you can drink the water on top is clean. So I think a couple different types of purification tablets. Why do you need purification tablets? Because you don't always have Clorox, which can purify water. You don't always have your cellular water filter. I told you guys about my survival belt. I actually have some in my survival belt. That'd be kind of weird and awkward to have Clorox in there or a cellular mini back there. Well, that's not the mini. Actually, that's the one I told you about. But they're in little pills and they're in my belt. And so if I need purified water, I can find a water source, find a leaf, find a brand, find something, a bottle, put these in there, shake it up, and it's good to clean and to drink. And there's several different brands. So in my book, I put that one. Next is a shortwave radio. A radio, to be able to listen to what is going on around the world, is a must. And the statement I make all the time, the information you don't know can kill you. So if you don't have the right information, you could really suffer from that. If you remember on people saying, okay, no audio. If you got no audio, you just got to refresh. My audio is working fabulous. So shortwave radio, you can receive from anywhere in the world. There's people broadcasting. So let's say a grid down happens in America. You want to know what's going on in England. You can tune, and I'm sure you can get stations, and people are talking. You can listen to people talk on their ham radio. There are a couple ones I recommend. I have the links in there. Now, you don't buy this. This is not like an AM, FM radio. You don't buy it and then set it on the shelf. No, there is a science, and it sounds weird, to tune in some of these stations because the knobs get really sensitive, and there's like upper sideband, lower sideband. It is an art. And then the antenna, you got an antenna that you can put up in a tree. It's an art to listen. And I know that sounds weird because we're so used to the digital age, but there is an art. And so you need to practice with these things. Amron, you should be able to listen to Amron like every week. They have these nets, national nets, and you should be able to listen to them on there. And you should practice on how to use the shortwave radio. So, and then you want to get your batteries that's going to be in the shortwave radio. Guess what? We've already bought the batteries and we got the solar chargers. So at night, when you're in the house with your kids and you don't know what's going on in the world, you tune in and it's going to be like in the 40s. It's going to be fun. Shortwave radio. Next is rechargeable batteries. So, and I know you guys are going to say, well, we already bought rechargeable batteries. Yes, we did. You can never have enough rechargeable batteries. AA and AAA. AA and AAA. Everything you buy should only have them. So next is, I think I talked about this last week, but I didn't actually have it in my book. Is this it? No, this is not it. Okay. So this is a book that has just been released by my friends Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy. Let me go to see my, okay, right there. Brand new book. Brand new. Your book will not look like this. I am special. At least someone thinks I'm special. Your book will look like this. So see this? Let me find a photo here. See that? That is in black and white. Because they love me so much, these cats. Oh, here's a good one to even show. Printed mine in color. Look at that. See the curve? We got to flatten the curve. You want to learn about the pandemic? How to protect yourself? Things you need to buy for the next pandemic? Right there. It's in the handouts. Everyone needs the antibiotic book. I actually have that one too. Somewhere. Oh, that's the first one. So anyway. Okay, next. That's my friends Joe and Amy. Oh, I want you guys to look to see what's going to happen right now in the chat room. Because Alerts USA is a must-have. And people in the chat room that have it will tell you right now that if they have it, they absolutely love it. What Alerts USA does is a text service. You get a text on your phone. It tells you before anyone else knows there was an attack on, an army base or a plane crash or big things that can affect you in the world. You'll get it before AP will release it. So what happens is this information comes in. AP almost always, they try to verify, but we know that their verification, they just want to know something happened. Then they'll push it out, and then the news agency, they'll look at it, decide if they want to send it out. And they send it out. Well, Alerts USA, there's a reason why the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, the State Department, the senators, Homeland Security, the top 500 corporations, they all pay for this service. He has a list of them on his website. They pay for it because it's the best, quickest information you can get. And I already see it's great, totally worth it, must have. And I have a discount for Preppernet members. It's like 25% off. It's in the handout, but it is a must have. They'll tell you things, a few things you're not going to care about. Who cares that a mosque in England, not that they're not important, was attacked, but they'll tell you things before anyone else gets it. And here's why that is absolutely priceless. Because if it's something that affects you and your home or your family, or I'll get to that in a second. The more the information, if you get it faster than anyone else, you can make that phone call. You can do what you need to do before the world knows. The reason he did this, he created this, Steve, good friend, he created this service because if you remember 9/11, the tower got hit. Well, one fell. The other people didn't even know. They were literally looking the other way out the windows, and they're hit and they're on fire. They had no idea. And so he created this service to help people get information immediately and sent to their phones. And that's why, and he has a good story. I've interviewed him on my podcast. I think he's been on with me on One Night on This too, a while back when the pandemic started. It's like $75 a year, is a must have. Go to Preppernet or go to the handout or go to preppernet.com/alertsusa or something. You'll see a link in there. You save $75, and it does help Preppernet. I am not going to lie to you. It helps us a little bit. He gives me a little, what do you call it, an affiliate fee, and it really helps us. So it's in the handout though, but I love it. And I bet everyone, let me see what people, totally. Yes. So it is a great service. I'm telling you, every major business and military, they all subscribe to it because it's that good. It's $75 a year with the discount. It's $100 normal, so you get $25 off with Preparedness. Okay, what's next? Oh, that's it. No, boom. Gosh, guys, let's talk about this for a second. So the book, the rechargeable battery, shortwave radio costs $150. If you get a Berkey, that's about $300. But if you get the Sawyer, that's about $60. A sun oven, you can't. That's priceless. You can't even put a price on that. The poncho. So it's not a lot to buy, and it can really rock your world and help you with some planning. So let's go to training. What kind of things do you need to learn in this week or this month, 9 and 10? So last month, if you remember, let me go to my papers here. Start a fire in the rain. Yeah, okay. This one is, this is going to make some of you mad. Go camping. What a great time to go camping. You're not working. You're unemployed. Go camping. Okay, hopefully you're not employed. But go camping. Your kids are not in school. Go camping. You eat the same food. So it won't cost you, but if you don't have a tent. But you know what? I posted on PrepperNet a tent just like 5 days ago for like $30, $35 or something. Perfect tent. Great tent. You can get tents for nothing. You got your rocket stove already. You'll take your sun oven and go camping. You can go camping with minimum equipment, but going camping, man, it makes you think, how we're going to do water? Oh, you can use your water filter. What are we going to do about go camping? It starts getting you thinking about things you need and how to pack things. It's do it many times. Go with friends. Keep social distancing. Go with enemies. Find a temporary bug out location. Now what I'm about to tell you guys is top secret. If you share this, I'm going to have to track you on your phones, and you can't share this. So, temporary bug out location. So, apparently the pandemic that we're in, it surprised all preppers. And if anyone said it didn't, they're lying, because we kind of played this out different in our heads, because there's very few people I know that actually have bugged out to a location. What's a bug out location? So let's say you live in Atlanta, Georgia, and all of a sudden the virus, it's just going everywhere. And you're like, I need to get out of the city. It could be grandma's house in Rome, Georgia, or it could be, a lake house that you have, or it could be, Uncle Bob's campground. You just need to get away from danger. Sometimes that's short time. Like New York. I mean, why would you stay locked up in a high rise knowing that the virus can live in the elevator, according to reports today, I think 1 hour in the air, and you get in the elevator to go get some food. Why? I don't know. So you need to get out of location. I have a train track that is, let me take that back. My old house, I had a train track about 1 mile from my house. On that train track, there was some chemicals. If they ever had a wreck, they would just literally clear people 1 mile, 2 miles away from that train track. I mean, they chlorine, all the different things that they would ship through that train track. I moved. I forgot about it, but I would need a bug out location in case something happened to go. Also, this is a temporary one. This isn't buying a cabin up in the woods right now. You don't need that yet. That's kind of like every prepper's goal, but this is just temporary. You're only 9 months in to being a prepper, and you still won't even call yourself a prepper. You just won't do it out loud. So find some other alternatives you can go to. Mom's house, grandma's house, wherever. Find one and put that in your mind. Hey, if something happens, we're going to go there. Maybe you should go there, go camping there, or go visit and put some supplies there. Okay, next. Get your ham license. Oh my goodness. I'm going to tell you guys, as soon as I said that, y'all just kind of got chills and you freaked out. And I'm telling you that getting your ham license is one of the easiest things you can do so far that on the training. I would say that getting your ham license is almost easier than making a fire in the rain. Almost. So it goes technician in general, and then it goes total nerd, and you don't need that one. I mean, it actually is called the nerd license, and you got to have a pocket protector with your name and the LED right here on your. I'm kidding, but that's called. You don't really need that one. That's called the expert. But you got the technician in general. So technician, I know the ham people are going to just kill me in the chat room there when I went total nerd there. But the technician, it's like 130 some questions. The questions are, you put them in a book like this and you read them. And the answer is the question and answer is the exact same on the test. Exact. All you have to remember is what question and what answer. Now, I'm going to give you a secret how to do this. I studied 1 hour a night for 7 nights and aced the test. 1 hour a night for 7 nights and aced the test. And, well, I am a genius. Well, not so much. Okay, you guys are smarter than I am. So you guys can do it probably in less, but I used the app on my phone that was free. All I did was study the questions and answers. I studied, again, 7 hours. I took the test and I aced it. I did that for the technician and the general. I would almost, knowing what I know now, I would study 7 hours for a technician, 7 hours for the general, and then take both tests on the same day. That's what I would do now. Then I didn't do that because some of the questions go kind of correspondingly back and forth, and I don't know if they're the same question or not. But anyway, that's what I would do. You honestly can do it. There are kids that do this all the time. It's easy, and you do it because any of like the Belfing radios or any ham radio, you can't legally speak on them or talk on them until you have your license. So why not get it so you can practice with your group and your family? So what's my secret? Just study the test. It's easy. So it's weird because, again, now I am one of them nerds. Y'all don't have to yell at me or anything, but I'm one of them nerds. Okay, I'm a ham geek, but it's so weird. Who made this? What they do with ham license, you actually pass the test, and then they'll teach you how to do the radios. It's weird. It's like backwards. When you get your license, you learn all the rules, you drive the car, you make sure you can pass, then they hand you your license and you're good to go. Ham license doesn't work like that. Again, you got tight-collared people. You take the test. Now that we know you're serious and you got your license, we will now train you and teach you how to use the radio and what some of the things you learned on the test were about. Okay, that's just the way they do it. Get used to it. That's the way it is. It's a license to learn is the way that works. So, and then you can get a mentor to help you, and they call them they call them an Elmer. I guess they watch a lot of cartoons. I don't know, an Elmer. I don't know where that comes from, but someone that trains you, he's the Elmer, you're the student. Love it. It's total awesome. Next is get your ham license. It's easy. I promise you. So what you do is first of all, you don't study yet. Time. You look to see when the license or the test are given in your area. They're usually like $10. And you look and say, oh, there's one, let's say in May 8th. And then you go maybe 7-8 days. Then you go backwards and you start studying. And then it's usually almost always on a Saturday, at least everyone I've ever seen. And then you go take it and you get your test. And you can tell everybody, hey, I like the idea. There's a technician that goes general. I like to tell people I'm a general. It doesn't help me any, but I like saying that. Okay, next is, okay, an IDPA class. Now, this is kind of, so they have competitions where you go and learn how to shoot different guns. They have the class to teach you that. Then you get in these competitions, but you've got to look at it as being in the competition against yourself, because you're not going to beat the old men that go there and they've been going there. They load their own ammo. They got the beautiful vest. They got the, $1,400, pistol. You're not going to compete against them. But what you do is you learn how to shoot 3 guns. You learn how to do, it's timing and drawing from the holster. It's a lot of fun. This is like ham now. Ham, you can get sucked into it and you just never come out of that black hole, because some people just go into the ham and you just never see them again. And because they get sucked in. Same with guns and some of these IDPA classes. You get sucked in, you're in a league, you're traveling, and everyone says, hey, where's Joe? And that's because you get sucked in. Now, we're trying to be a well-rounded prepper, so we're going to do all these things in moderation, okay? So you guys know I'm right in the chat room. So people putting their ham sign, yeah. You guys know I'm right. So anyway, get in that, look at that. I know in Charlotte, there's several places that they have them, the competition. You get these nice little vests. You put your patches on there. You load your own ammo, and all of a sudden there's a dark hole, and your wife goes, my husband left me. I haven't seen him in months. And that's because they get into ham or the gun competition. So anyway, just moderation. Manuals and photos on a USB drive. So there are tons and tons and tons of manuals, survival manuals, edible plant, and edible manuals. You don't eat the manuals, but it's about plants you can eat. Ham manuals to everything, and you can collect them, and they're everywhere on the internet. You can go, I know there's some that people posted on Preparedness that probably, I don't know if they're illegal or not. Can't verify them, but there's a ton in there. You start putting these things on a USB drive, and so you can have them. There may be one day that there might be information on the internet that you can't get anymore. They blocked it, or maybe you can't get on the internet one day. You put it on a USB. What good is a USB drive? Well, if you got a computer, then you can always read it. Well, what if an EMP happens? Well, that's why you get a Faraday cage. We've already gone through that. We'll protect the computer from frying. Well, how am I going to charge it? That's why we have solar. See, everything connects here. We're just not doing this randomly, but you put your photos. So if you remember the first class, we were doing important documents, getting them scanned in on a thumb drive. Now we're going to put all your photos and manuals on there. So, no one wants their house to burn down, but if you had every photo, every important document, if all your pets out, it's a little less painful if you have all that stuff and you don't have to run in there and get any of it. So, because you can have the photo of grandma marrying grandpa that you have on your wall, and if it burns, you're like, oh, well, let's just get it so anyway. So do that. That takes a while. That I think I put 128K thumb drives in there. They're cheap. They're dirt cheap. Buy several. I would buy 128Ks will take a lot of information, a lot. So I would buy multiples, and you want to make them the same. You put one on your keychain, one in your bug out bag, keep one in your car. Just you want multiples, because if you lose one, you don't want to lose all your work. Okay. What's next? Okay. Join Amron. Now, Amron, because we're getting our ham license. We already bought a ham radio, dirt cheap. See, I'm thinking about your pocketbook here. Join Amron. JJS, which is John Jacob Schmidt, runs Amron. He is a awesome guy, a good friend, love him. And he has this group called Amron. Amrons are less nerdy people than the other ham people. They're less nerd. They're still kind of, I'm a member, but they're less nerdy. And they also do prepping. So that, I mean, ham people in general don't prep at all. But these do, and they do emergency communications. And he's coming out with some videos, and he already just posted 2 new videos about Amron and using communications. And but join Amron. It's $40 a year too. So you could join Preppernet and Amron for less than you'll go out to eat at McDonald's with a big family. And you get milkshakes. So it's low. You can do it. So support what they're doing. They've built an emergency communication plan. It's called an SOI. I think it's like $6 for like something like this thick. Everything you need to know on how to communicate when emergencies going on. Just been updated. Great people, great calls. We are partnered with Amron, and he was on one of my shows as well, my Sunday night shows, I think. So anyway, but hey, join Amron. It's if you're totally don't have any nerd side to you at all, you could wait a little bit, or you could go ahead and support them, knowing that once you get your ham license and your ham radio, that you will want to read some of the things he does and watch some of the videos and learn, and it supports him. So join Amron. I make 0 on that. John, he's a brother in the Lord, though. Love that guy. So I think that rounds up the training. So Amron, there's some training, and actually I have in the mindset some videos you need to watch from Amron. So I'm going to check on the chat room real quick. Amron Core SOI is free if you become an Amron Core member. Yes. So it's called an SOI. Yes. There were no one is killing me about the less. Okay. A portable. Yep. They have a yep. Okay. Just reading. EMP Shield. Someone put EMP Shield. I am not a fan of EMP Shield. I'll just tell you guys, I'm not a fan because I don't know if it works, and they don't either. I listened to Arthur Bradley, was the genius on EMPs, and he's not a fan. So if he's not a fan, I am not a fan. So anyway, let's keep going. Now that is training. Mindset. We got to get some mindset. You got to think about things. You got to have information come to you you've never seen before, so you can kind of analyze it and say, how would I act? How should I act? Did they act properly? They should have done this instead of this. That helps you with your mindset, helps you be able to make decisions and judgment calls faster. Okay. That's what the mindset is about. So let's keep moving here. Check out htfplan.com. It's a news site. They have things kind of dealing with prepping and survival. Just add that to your book list of things, your bookmarks that you go to and check out every now and then. I've been looking at that site forever. You know, I've added several sites you've probably never heard of. Check that one out. You need to have it in your bookmarks. Okay. Next is read Day of Wrath by Wim Fortune. Whew. Oh gosh. Okay. So we did the 1 second after, the 1 year after, and whatever, that 3-book series. It blew you away. You're like, what? Gosh, I learned so much, but can that really happen? Well, so Wim Fortune, if you know him, he writes a lot of books with Newt Gingrich. I mean, he's written like tons of it. This guy's written like 80 books. But this book will scare the crap out of you. It will literally. So what he did is he researched like some of the documents and things that we were finding in like some of these Al-Qaeda leaders, and we're getting their information, and he's looking at this stuff, and some of the plans he read, and he's like, oh my gosh, if they did this in America, what would happen? And I'm not going to give you anything away. It's a short book. It's a cheap book. You can read it in one or two sittings. And parents, man, it just freaks you out. And it makes you think, what would I do? How would we handle this? What would happen to the United States if that happened? And you need to read it. So it's a good mindset, because you're like, oh my gosh, it could be that easy for these people to do something crazy. So that book is terrifying. Yep. See, everybody is in. Yep. Okay, let's keep going here. Read now. This book, I get probably no one in our chat room has read this book. This book is called Surviving Off Grid, and yes, two offs. It's not a very popular book. It's been hard to find sometimes, but this book it takes you back to the old ways. It teaches you how to build a root cellar. Not many books have that. I mean, they have like a general, this goes in the details. And I'm going to tell you one thing I learned from this book. It just blew my mind. How to a spring cellar, how to create a spring cellar, how they used to like store ice in the summer or in the winter and have it last through the summer. You're like, whoa. And they go through all the old things and practices. So I'm going to share one thing that I learned from this book, and I'll never forget it. So a lot of the old homes, if you remember, they were built off the ground by like 3 to 4 feet. I remember my grandmother's house was like that. We used to play underneath her house, and there was nothing blocking it. The air, you didn't build something around it to seal it in. The air just kind of swept right through, and we were down there playing in the dirt with our little cars. Anyway, so houses were built like on 4-foot pillars of bricks, and that's how the foundation was like that. So then the house, you always walked up into the house, and in the house, you walked to the front door, and it had a big door, and above the door was a window, and it would always open. That one, doors here, and the window was like here, and it would open kind of like that. And so then so on the first floor, you have all these doors and rooms and stuff. Then you went upstairs, and the bedrooms were always on the second floor, and all of them had a balcony. Well, I didn't know this. So right there, you're 4 foot, you're 12 foot, because they had like 12-foot roofs. So, and then the base and the floor. So you're like 20 feet in the air at this point, maybe 25. And then a lot of people would sleep. Well, first of all, the air would come in the window, the front door and the back door and some of the windows, and it would go through the house and cool the house off. And it would move the air in your house just by aerodynamics or thermodynamics, not sure the official term, and it would keep the house cool. But at night, people would sleep on their balcony because it was cooler. But there's a thing called a bug line. And if this book's wrong, I'm just spitting off bad information. But there's a bug line where bugs don't go past like 20 feet in the air. They just don't fly up in the middle of the air for no reason. They just don't do that. You don't just see, a bird just fly straight up in the air. Well, maybe big birds, but animals are not animals, but insects, they just kind of stay low to the ground, and they call it a bug line. So the house is built up, has a big first floor, your second floor, and you're sleeping on the balcony. So at that point, there's like no bugs. And that's the reason they did that. I didn't know that, but I learned it from that book, and it was amazing. And so it's a good book, takes you to a lot of the skills that, they did 100+ years ago. And it was just common practice. Some of you guys in construction probably know exactly what I'm talking about there. So that's a good book. If you can find it, it was on Amazon. That's where I bought it. And I put the guy's name because it's just good to know. That's good information up here to know. So if bugs are killing you and just awful, would it be possible to climb up in a tree, Hunger Games here, and put a hammock up there and sleep 35 feet in the air and there'll be no bugs? Possible. I don't know. Just a thought. Okay, next. Okay, oh gosh, this is going to freak you out. This is one of the best prepping movies I've ever seen in my life. It's called 10 Cloverfield Lane. It was actually filmed, and the producer is the same guy that does Star Wars. Abrams. J.J. Abrams actually filmed this. He was actually filmed this secretly while he was filming one of the Star Wars. He would take several days off and disappear and film this movie and then come back to Star Wars. He did that. That's a true story. And this has I think it's John Goodman is the main character. And it's this guy lives in a bunker, and there's a weird twist in there. It's just going to make your stomach go, oh. It will, and then at the very end, it even gets weird because you're like, what? So anyway, but you can see he's got like the bunker of every prepper's dreams right there, and they're living it. And it's a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys will too. You know, look on Amazon or Netflix, but I think it's John Goodman that's in it, and there's two weird twists. One will make your stomach turn, and the other one will be like, really? Did you have to go there in the last 5 minutes of the film? So anyway, but that's not a big one. If you watch the other one of that, you'll know that there's a weird ending anyway. So next. So watch that. That will help you. That will get you thinking. It'd make you envious. You're like, dang, look at his setup. Look at all the things he thought about. Okay, read United States Air Force Search and Rescue Survival Training Manual. You know, being a former Air Force person myself, we're the smartest branch of them all. Come on, don't kid yourselves. And so we put the best handbook together. We have the best survival classes right here. And it is just chunk full. Look at that. Just crazy stuff. Because that's because we're so smart in the Air Force. And you have to be like a genius, like Einstein level. But great, mine is waterproof. Buy that. You're not going to sit down and read this thing. What you'll do is you'll put this as a reference, and you'll open it up one night and go, how to tell directions at night. Oh, that's interesting. And you'll read it. Land navigation. Ooh, and it goes through all this stuff. How to read currents in the water. Anyway, because we're the smartest, we put the best training survival book there. So, Air Force wimps. Yeah, what now? We were the smart ones. And so the ASVAB test, really proved that. So, but anyway, love all you guys. My dad was in the Marines, and so my best friend was a Navy corpsman. So yeah, I love them all. We all do the same, but we're just a little bit smarter in the Air Force. I'm kidding. Okay, let's see. So you have that as a reference, and you read through that. And there are things, and you'll look through here. Why is that mindset? Oh, there's a volcano going on. What do I need to do? And and you can read about that, and you can sit back and go, wow, I never thought about that. See, mindset. So next, let's see if there's anything next. Oh yeah, watch Amron. I have the links in the video in the handout. Watch Amron's Comms Up. So they put together a video about how important communications are. It's like an hour long. Tells a story, goes through some things. It's Comms Up. I think I'll link you to one video that has like 3 sections. The original one, it was Comms Up 1, Comms Up 2, and I think there was a 3. But I linked you to where it's all in one video. And then I linked you to 2 brand new videos that Amron did, kind of talking about who is Amron and kind of what's to come. And they're in the handout as well. And you can watch some videos. They're all on YouTube, but great video. It gets you start thinking about, wow, I can use comms not only today, but I can use it when there's a grid down or in a pandemic or whenever. But you've got to have the radio, the license, the know-how. And then this will kind of get your juices going. Okay, I can see why I need a radio and I need the license. And so great video. Again, he produces nothing but great stuff. So everyone go Space Force, and people ragging me in the chat room. My dad was a Marine and smart. See? So that's mindset. Because that watch the Enron thing will help you. It'll make some things click. So that is the mindset. We're getting down to almost being finished. I'm trying to make this shorter and shorter for you guys. So that's mindset. So for groups, remember, if you remember a couple things I want to remind you about. On Sunday night, a group starts with 2 people or 3 people. Don't be looking for 15 families to put them together. What a nightmare. Start it with 2 families, and y'all put together the rules, the kind of the outline of the rules, and put all this stuff together. If you would have been on the Sunday night show, you could buy this from Charlie Hogwood. Has all this stuff to kind of start you with groups. All this stuff. He's got a book and he's got this handout, this thing workbook you can buy. Cheap. It hasn't been for sale for a long time, and it's only going to go up in price. Anyway, you need that. Everyone needs that. The link is in the handout. But you start a group with either 2 people or 3, no more. Don't be going out and getting 20 people. Gosh, what a pain. You've got to put together rules, regulations, how you're going to bring people in. And this helps you. His book and this workbook helps you with all that. Almost. And then when you need more help, you call me and I actually charge you money and help you do everything you need to do for your group. That's what I do. I'm a group consultant. I'm a survival group consultant. And if I say buy this first and then contact me, come on. It's like taking money out of my own pocket. Anyway, but do that. And it's great information, but groups, I'll make this statement. You can have all this stuff that we've purchased. You can have all the training we've gone through, the mindset, but if you're not with a group of people, you're going to just die. It's going to be bad for you. You need a group of people. You always need a group, a community of people that y'all can look after each other. I mean, sometimes it could be your family, an extended family, or neighbors. Perfect. Sometimes college student, or you moved away and you just got friends. They don't have the same like mind you. You got to find people. And that's why Preppernet is out there. So people are texting me, about some of my comments. That's great. So groups, you need to be in a group. That's the ultimate goal of every prepper. And if you say anything different, you just don't really understand. Oh gosh. Okay, I'll put that. I just thought of a video you should watch, but I'll put that in the next one. So read the Survival Group Handbook by Charlie Hogwood. I don't have it. I own 5. I just don't know where they are. I've given them to different people in groups and they've never given them back. That's why my price for consulting has to go up. And then you get that book, the Survival Group Handbook, which I think I do have linked in the, and then you buy this. I don't know if this is in there. You're going to have to watch Sunday night's show to get the link on how to buy this. It's only $20 for like 100 pages of unbelievable stuff that you need, even for your family, because your family's a group. It's just a small one, but you need more people outside your family. This is helpful, and the book is helpful. And yes, I want to throw this down. Kids are important in a group. So it's one of the biggest questions. How about my kids? Yes, the kids are important. So I think that might be, that's it. So to download the workbook I've been telling you about, I've already added it on there. You go to preppernet.com/plan. You don't have to put an email. You just click it and download it. And it's there. It's there every week. The past classes are there. The videos are on preppernet.com. We will, at the end, take a few questions. If you guys haven't, go ahead and start thinking of very smart questions, because I was in the Air Force. So, and then, but there, preppernet.com/plan1. I share this in all my videos. You can get these things downloaded for free. This is going to be a paid course coming up in like a few months to other people. So, but you get to have it for free. It's not the full book, but it's almost the full book. There's some top secret things that I have to keep to myself. So preppernet.com/plan1. Just remember plan1. Okay. Also, don't forget, Master Gardener Prepper Dana, our Houston city leader, is going to be teaching how to start a garden for idiots. No, sorry. Gosh. How to start a garden from nothing. So you just magically wave your little spirit fingers and things rise up out of the ground. So that is Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And she will take a ton of questions afterwards. And so Prepper Dana is, so looking forward to that. How to start a garden from nothing. Sunday night, 8. So let's see what's next. Oh, 1 week from the night, April 30th, class number 6. Class number 6. And that is our last class. And if you don't get the last information, I mean, that's where it all comes together. And if you miss that, none of this makes sense. No, I'm kidding. It's just another class. So that's the next one, 1 week from tonight. Share this with your family and friends and enemies. We're not enemies. No. So that is it. So I'm going to go over to the chat room. I'm going to leave this up so everybody, this page up so everybody can write that down, because it. So if you have questions at all, I'll take a few questions. It could be on groups. It can be on some of the things we've studied, anything. You can type it in the chat room there on YouTube. You can type in question, just literally type out or put question marks, like 4 question marks, and then the question. That way I know I should look for it, and possibly you have a question. And if I don't get any, that's fine. I don't absolutely have to get any. And I know it's running a little bit behind there. So what's your favorite amendment of the Constitution? Well, I don't have a favorite. They all make up America. I would say freedom of speech. I guess is that, yeah. Or is that anyway? Any questions here? I love the amendments. Just waiting. What else? I could go to the spiffy music. So again, Prepper Dana. So I will tell you, this is not many people know, but Doomsday Preppers of South Carolina, awesome. I will tell you that not this Sunday, Dana's this Sunday, but the following Sunday, I'm calling it the Sunday of Hope. No, yes, hope. I'm having a good personal dear friend. He's an elder in my church. He's actually an attorney. Don't hold that against him. He's an attorney. He's an elder. He's been a friend of mine for, our kids literally grew up together and still best friends. It's the only family we've spent time with during quarantine. They say don't want, literally. So he's going to be coming on. It's going to be the Sunday, the Sunday night of hope. I need to come up with a good name for that. I'm not seeing any questions. Well, that means you guys are getting this and you know this, which is awesome. I'm gonna go in there and watch The Blacklist, the only show I watch. So, but thank you guys. Everyone laugh at my. Oh, we'll come to your house. Yeah, that's why I have ammo. I have a golden ticket. Okay, guys, we're gonna end this. Best Belfane Get Started book. I would not get a book for your Belfane radio. I'll just be honest. It's not worth it. There's some great tutorials online. Look for a guy named Tin Hat Ranch. It's not in my notes. Tin Hat Ranch does a great video on how to do the Belfing radio. And then I would pay attention to Amron, and they can share some information as well. But there are some there's a ton of videos. Yeah, I wouldn't go out and buy a book for that. You'll be able to download like the manual, like the programming manual, but that's free. So you would not need to buy anything for the Belfing radio. So Tin Hat Ranch is awesome. Yes, I thought that was right. Yeah, he goes through some Belfing radios. He even goes through some SDRs if you want to get really nerd, which I love. Yes, and that guy, yeah. So yes. So guys, I'm going to end this. Don't forget to download the workbook. And I'll see you guys Sunday night with Prepper Dana. Is going to be sharing some garden things. You can ask her questions. She's like a master gardener. Maybe I should start a master prepper. I don't know. And I can deem, I don't know. Use Chirp. You're right. All these guys are in there. I'm gonna just be quiet for a second and just leave this on the screen because it seems like you guys are sharing some good information right now. Thank you all for attending. Linda is the bomb for sure. So is Cowboy. So is Elizabeth. All my moderators. Yeah, you will not. The manual for the Belfing radio, you take that and you throw it. You learn how to use that for fire. Start your first fire without a doubt. You don't use what comes with that. So next week I will link all the sites that you need for the Belfing radio. I will put that in my notes right now. So you guys have a good evening. I'll see you guys Sunday night. I'm writing this down. If I don't, I will forget about it. Okay. Peace out. God bless. You guys take care. Bye-bye.